The decision has been made. It's time to change the city. Alright guys, if you watched the last video, you know we're tearing down this Lego city and starting a new one from scratch. Part of the new city will definitely look like this city, with a Miami mixed with Southern California feel. But there's going to be a lot of changes. This isn't our first rodeo. We've moved the city twice now, and we've actually changed the layout once already. Changing the city layout is a great way to refresh the city and change areas where you notice issues or mistakes. So, let's dive in. Since we'll be shifting the entire city, we started by removing the parts wall. This was a daunting task as there are over 1,500 drawers on the wall. We moved them all to a new area within our studio, which now allows us to maximize the space for the city. We also took advantage of this time to add more lighting since the area was a bit darker than the rest. We're not electricians and we're definitely not lighting specialists, so forgive us on the ugly look. At least it gets the job done. After that, it was time to patch the holes in the wall and make repairs. A quick trip to Lowe's and also some new paint got us started. After patching, we taped the wall to prep for the paint, and then we rolled the paint onto the walls, and we did the best match that we could with what Lowe's provided. It honestly looked pretty good overall. It was definitely a close match, so Lowe's did a pretty good job. And we certainly aren't professional painters, but it looks a lot better than it did with all the holes in the wall. You may be wondering why we painted it white, and why all of our cities so far have a white background. We did contemplate painting it blue, but in the end, we see Lego as somewhat of a work of art that is on display. We spend so much time building the city and all of the different builds, and it's almost a display piece at this point. If you look at art galleries, for example, they almost always have white walls. While blue certainly adds more realism for a city, we feel the white wall adds more of a gallery feel, a more upscale feel, if you will, and that's kind of what we were going for. It really makes you focus your attention on what's really important, which is the colors of the city. After the wall was complete and the new storage area was finished, it was time to start laying out the city. For the first time, here is a view of the proposed layout for the city portion. We'll show you guys the airport portion soon, but we wanted to show you this today. We're starting with this section and moving our way down. And if you're curious what this software is, it's Adobe Illustrator, and we use Adobe Illustrator for almost all layouts that we do. We've used it for the past few years, and it works great. We've also heard that you can use Excel, but honestly, this works perfect for us. We started by laying out the base plates, and then we started working on the road work and adding some buildings to see how everything would fit. Now, in the following episodes of this series, we're going to be covering more in depth about the road work, so stay tuned. The purpose of this video was just to show you the initial prep work going into the city and what's coming up. So guys, with that said, this does conclude episode 1. We wanted to show you guys the start of the city. Episode 2 is coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed. Thanks, and see you next episode.